and welcome. So today I thought I'd film a video all about healthy habits and establishing them as a freelancer or somebody that works from home. Firstly, I think it's really important to have a designated workspace. So avoid your living room because that's a place of rest. Your bedroom, absolutely not, because you will genuinely sleep better if you don't have your work associated with that room. And if you're anything like me, the kitchen is a no, because I would just eat everything in sight. I would eat everything and it would be really bad for me. So yeah, try and have a separate space. And if you can't dedicate a whole room to it, just try and really dedicate a proper space where you sit and you work. Don't be lying on the couch, don't be doing anything like that. After 2 years, I found a plug that perfectly reaches where I sit on the couch. So I'm doing my everything to control the temptation to just sit there and work from the couch, because I feel like you're more productive when you sat at a desk and it feels like you're going to work. I know it's steps away and it's not really leaving, but though if you can work in a cafe, I have Costa downstairs, I love Costa. I am probably in there editing this right now. So if you can just find a space where you can feel like you can go somewhere to work, then I think that's really nice. And co-working spaces are also an option, but you have to pay for them, so I don't know. This is like an actual healthy habit. If you can try and find a form of exercise that you can do while working that won't take away from your work, then that is the one. Oh my goodness, it has only been introduced to me within like the last month of my life, but it has changed everything for me. Because I used to go to the gym and I love the gym. In fact, I've actually just re-signed up for the gym again, because I used to not go because it just took so much time out of my day. It was like a 2-hour, 3-hour event, like getting there, and I really like working out, so I'd spend too long in there, and then my whole work day would get pushed about and I'd be tired, and it just really wasn't good for me. But as I say, I've signed up again just to go on the weekends because I just really love it, and there's a Black Friday deal. Anyway, my point is, I've now been working on the treadmill, so I've kind of just piled a bunch of boxes on top of my treadmill. It's not one of those fancy standing treadmill desk situations, it's just a version on a budget, but it's perfect. And once you start going and you start focusing on your work, you completely forget that you're walking on a treadmill, and hours can pass by and you don't even notice. Like, don't put the speed super high, just keep it so that you're working, so you're moving and your body is doing something rather than just being sat at a desk all day. Speaking of which, I think that's extra helpful because our attention span has been destroyed by social media, absolutely destroyed. I find myself fast forwarding YouTube videos. Please don't do that with this one, because I just can't. I just want to get to the point, because that focus is gone, and it's generally easier to do things now for a lot of us, 2 things at a time. Have you seen the videos where it'll be like a scene from a film and then a how-to, what they call it, 5-minute crafts video at the bottom? And the interesting thing about that is that by the time you've watched the video, you've digested both bits of information, which I think is really impressive if you want to give yourself some credit for this short attention span. So my point is, walking on the treadmill and working, sorry, is that, or should I keep looking at it? You are kind of satisfying that need to do 2 things at once, which is why I think your focus goes up so much. It's incredible. If you want to throw music on in the background, even better. That is another point. Try and set the scene, set the mood a little bit more. So have candles going. Treat yourself to little things like maybe I've just got some new plants and stuff. Have nice lighting, have music going if you can concentrate with that. Just make it feel more exciting, romanticize it a bit if you can. Now let me talk about food for a second, because I think it's really important to try and have set meals or some sort of plan. You don't have to meal prep, but just maybe meal plan a little bit, because the temptation to finish work and order a takeaway because you worked so hard that day, and you just deserve it, because you do, but maybe your bank account won't be too grateful, or maybe it's just not too good for you. So try and have healthy things set in place that you can look forward to, that do become part of your routine. So maybe 9 a.m. you'll have breakfast, 1 p.m. you'll have lunch, and then after work you'll have dinner, and it's all sort of planned out. One thing that's helped me so much is having a snack basket. I fill this basket up with 100 calorie snacks, so I can just grab them when I want them. And if you can have a fulfilling snack, so maybe have something, maybe this 100 calorie snack, which is generally a sweet thing, mixed with a bit of protein, some good fats or some carbs to keep you going, that kind of thing. Just fill up your plate with something that will fill you up and is still really good for you. That is really great. But I know for a lot of us, we eat because we're stressed, which comes with work. So this being stuck in this place that has all the food that you have, and for me, we just got a Greggs. You know how difficult that is for me. A Greggs. Ugh. And I have shops everywhere. I am never gonna be able to fix some of my eating habits. Snacking is absolutely one of them. Indulging is one of them. But this 100-calorie snack basket things means that like I can grab a snack and satisfy that craving and kind of help with the stress a little bit, but without feeling any guilt whatsoever. No, you should never feel guilty about food, but I absolutely do. And this kind of prevents that because I've not done anything wrong. I don't know if that'll help you at all, but it's definitely something that I deal with. Get one of the water bottles. I do have one, but not on me right now because it's a Saturday, which doesn't make any sense. I do drink my water on a Saturday, but not as strictly. It's stupid. But one of the bottles with the times going up it, because then once the way mine is, it's a 900ml bottle. So I start work and then by the time it's lunchtime, I finish my first nearly litre of water, including my coffee. It will be a litre, and then you've got another half for the one like for the second half of the day, and that's your water sorted. And then I think what I'm trying to say is all these things that we've got to do in our lives, like drink water, exercise, eat healthily. Try and get that to happen within your work day. Work really is 8 hours, 9 hours of your day and isn't the whole day. Like I don't want the whole day to feel like you're doing all these things you have to do. I just want you to try and make everyday things part of the work day, because you work from home, so you have, you know, the ability to work on a treadmill if you want to, or maybe spend a little bit more time preparing food. So try and find the luxuries in working from home. Try and have a bedtime and a wake up time, especially if you can control your own hours. Try and relatively stick to the same time every day. Now, if you can control your hours, don't feel the need to wake up at 6 a.m. just because like there's some sort of guilt about sleeping in. If you work maybe like 12 till 8 and then have your evening after that, the fact that you then wake up at 10 doesn't mean that you're lazy. You maybe just perform better in the evening. So just don't let anyone give you any guilt for it. You set your own routine and just try and stick to it. That's the thing, just try and stick to it. I do personally find that the earlier the better to an extent, as in I like to wake up at 8 and I like to start at 9. I try and have a morning routine, but honestly I really don't. I leave my coffee brewing overnight, which is my favourite thing. So when I wake up I can smell the coffee, I literally grab a cup and I go to the desk. I spend the morning on TikTok. I'm not gonna lie to you, I do. I spend the morning, I have a 5-minute timer automatically set up in here, and every single morning my alarm goes off and I just keep doing the 5-minute timer until I can like finally open my eyes. And then, so yeah, I'm going to work on that myself. These are still habits I'm trying to build, but just try and have some sort of routine that gets you up in the morning. In the summer I used to wake up and I'd have a coffee on the balcony and I'd just sit in the sun, but it's freezing, so I don't do that anymore. Okay, this one is like the most important to me, because everything is all in one space. Your home life, your rest, your work, your everything. You need to be able to detach from work emotionally. I really struggle with that so much, especially when a lot of my like hobbies are kind of work related too. I think it's so hard to not let things affect you personally and then just carry that around with you for the rest of the day. Like I struggle to sleep at night because I'm so conscious of maybe things that have happened in the day, because you're not leaving your work in the office. Everything is with you. So am I even gonna talk about this? I have a method that works for me. If you're expecting something like really intelligent, this is not it, I'm afraid, but it works. Whenever I get upset after hours and I start feeling like something about work is stressing me out, I say, not my circus, not my monkeys. I am not even convinced that's the right phrase, but it works like a charm. Like it just, I say it and I'm better. It's kind of similar, do you know, I don't know if you've watched Ant and Dec do their lives for I'm a Celeb, but every time someone suggests something like Harry Styles to go into the jungle, Ant just goes really close to the camera and he's like, get a grip, what is wrong with you? And that voice, I just say that to myself. I let that take over and I'm like, get a grip, what is wrong with you? Like, you don't need to be worried about this right now. Not your circus, not your monkeys. Let it go. Another thing, I take it back, this is my number one tip. So on your phone you can create, you know how like the do not disturb bit, you can kind of custom them so that you can kind of customize them. So I have the personal one on and I've just muted my like any work related things and I put that on. I originally set it up to put it on after work hours on the weekend, but I won't lie, I keep it on all day. I don't leave my laptop in the work day, so like everything I need is on there. And now my phone is finally a personal phone. I even bought this as a work phone because I'm an Android girl at heart, but I bought an iPhone for work and I'm absolutely obsessed. But it became like everything in my life was work. There was no break. Like even when I go and watch YouTube, they're all work related social media, manager videos and stuff. Like I can't escape it. So this has been really nice because now finally there is no work on this phone other than the fact that, you know, social media is my job and like social media. But yeah, I feel like people that work from home can tend to get a bad rep, like they're lazy or they like take advantage of their employers or whatever, and I really don't think that's the case. Just for an example, if you work in an office, you have so many people around you, you get up and you go and grab a coffee and you start talking to someone in the kitchen, or you go to people's desks, and just communication, and it's essentially a social event in a way, like it really is. Whereas when you're at home, you're completely on your own. You can get up and go and grab a coffee, but you've got no one to talk to, so you're right back to your desk. Or maybe if you're working on a task and you're waiting for something to do something or whatever, maybe you do empty the dishwasher instead of going and talking to a co-worker because you've got no one to talk to. And I just think it's like, I don't know, I feel bad for people who work from home and get a bad rep for it, meaning me. I also think it's worth noting how hard it can be for those of us, again including me I guess, I'm not trying to make this about me, I promise, but who live alone as well, because you finish your work day and then you're still alone after that. So it's just a whole lot of aloneness, hence why I am talking to a camera right now. So yeah, be kind to your fellow work from homers. But yeah, a lot of this applies to freelancers as well, because I feel like that's like another added level of difficulty. So yeah, I hope you found this helpful, and if you have any habits, please leave them below, because I've got an app at the moment that I'm just kind of tracking all my habits in to try and like make this life as good as it possibly can be. So not to get all dramatic, but yeah, I'm working on it at the moment. I'm working on some stuff, but yeah, thank you so much for watching as always, and have the best day. I'll see you later. Bye.